on 508 North 2nd Street. The Sallie House still stands today on the quiet street, just a few blocks away from the Missouri River, and not much happens in this small suburb of Kansas. But the house on 2nd Street tells quite a different story. The horrific events of the night at the Sallie House was said to have died, but put a permanent stain on the house. And since then, the paranormal energy left behind has continued to haunt its occupants for generations. Maybe one day, Sallie, or whatever spirits reside in the home, will find peace. Until then, enter if you dare.
Shit.
That was a lot.
That was a good story.
That was a...
You know what? Take a bow.
I need to take a drink.
Yeah. I'm sure you do. That was a damn good story.
I couldn't believe that was a story that was documented on television. Mm-hmm. I mean, not all of it, of course, but
it's not just television. I mean, I guess that story in particular, but this house has been documented
many times over.
So many times.
Yes.
But I got to tell you, listening to that story in the beginning, there were so many things that had happened that I would have left. I wouldn't have never got that far.
100%.
Would have never got that far.
No way.
I'm sorry. When my children's stuffed animals start having seances, I'm out. I'm out. The bear turns around on it. I'm out.
Yeah, I know.
I would have never gotten to see the little girl in the kitchen. I would have been out. I would have left.
Before.
Would have left a long time ago. I'm not trying to get cut up and shit.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
But I think that people who had lived in the house.
Did you just see that pen move on its own?
I hit my cord.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right, sorry. This story got me freaked out.
But I think the person who lived in the house before was a single lady who lived there for a really long time.
Actually, I can tell you who lived there before.
Oh, okay.
For 4 generations, it was the Finney family.
Well, originally, yes.
Until the Pickmans moved in.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh.
They were, or no. It was a single lady with her kids. She was the first one after 4 generations of the Finneys. But it was her and her daughters.
Yes, so there was no
men
in the house.
So it's believed that the reason that the spirit of Sallie is so angry with men is because Dr. Finney inflicted all that pain on her.
Mm-hmm. He done cut her up.
It's going to be a very interesting Is It Real segment, honestly.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
I do.
So my thing is what possesses somebody to stay for that long?
I mean, there's another famous story where the family that lived there had no choice because they were pretty much broke. I'm not going to get into the story, but it's a very famous story. But I don't think that was the option here. I think
What are you talking about?
I think they could have left. There's another haunting story where the people had to stay in the house. A family with 5 kids had to stay in this crazy house in Rhode Island.
Are you talking about The Conjuring?
Yes.
Why didn't you just say that?
But they couldn't leave because they were broke basically.
Well,
getting the house broke them. And I
don't know the Pickman situation.
But they left after 2 years, so why wouldn't
2 years though?
They would have left way sooner.
Dude, they had stuff bursting into flames.
I can't.
I would sell my soul to get out of there. I would go live in my car.
Yeah, no crap.
Are you kidding me?
Bye.
I'm sorry, but my thing was once the animal started having a seance, I'm out. I can't do that. It's weird.
Wouldn't even get to see her.
Jeez, man. What are they conjuring the devil?
Oh, I don't know.
So weird.
So weird.
I think we've told all the stories.
Yes.
Now, there are other stories. If you go on YouTube, there's a ton of videos on this place.
Oh, of people coming to visit and doing
one of my favorite ones is the BuzzFeed Unsolved one.
Yes, that is a good one.
They're not exactly, I don't think they're the paranormal community's favorite duo, but yeah. I find them very funny. And that video, the first one, the first time they went there. It is hilarious, but it's one of the few places because the one dude is such a skeptic that he will explain away everything, but in a way that makes you go, damn it, he's probably right.
Yeah.
But this was one of the few that he got there and he was like, I still don't believe, but stuff did happen there.
Like, this was weird.
Yeah. So, I mean, it speaks volumes just because if you can take a skeptic who's forever a skeptic to this day and still make them be like, I don't know, something might be going on there.
Yeah.
That's a big deal. But I mean, Paranormal Files has been there. Overnight Guys have been there. BuzzFeed Unsolved. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Sam and Colby have been there.
Sam and Colby have been there.
Amy's Crypt has been there.
Amy's Crypt just went there. She just went there.
Just went.
There are tons of videos on this place.
Many.
And almost everybody who goes there has similar experiences. So
and
I
now,
think that's a big deal.
Yeah. And now, like nowadays, you go and when Paranormal Quest went there, they brought basically like an offering, and the nursery is just filled with toys
and candy,
and dolls and candy and everything that they bring for the spirits, and it just stays that way.
Well, all right, but
all
the thing
time.
about is like when different people come in and share the same experiences, it's like when we talk to those guys from RKB, Paranormal Investigating Crew, when they had their experience at the same time.
Yeah.
It really makes it a cohesive thing because now it's anybody can have an experience. I can have an experience. But if nobody else experiences it, nobody's going to believe me.
Right.
So when you have a bunch of different people having the same thing happen, it adds a sense of validity to it.
It does.
And the Sallie House kind of brings that. It has a lot of evidence, a lot of experience, and a lot of it is shared amongst a lot of people. But what do you think? Is it time?
I think it's time.
Is it real, other me? I know you love that.
Oh, it gets me.
Every time.
Every time.
So what do you think, Megan? Is it real?
I think I'm going to do my first split on this one.
Oh, gee. You're getting more skeptical as we go on.
I think I'm going to...
I'm rubbing off on you, and not in a weird way.
I think I'm going to do like an 80-20 on this one.
Wow.
I mean, it's still pretty high. I do believe that shit happens. Like, it happens there. It just does.
I don't think we're ever going to be, like, matched up on a place.
But, like, I don't know. I think there's, like, a bit of me that's, like, stuck on the legend, basically. Like, is that story even real?
Okay, but let me ask you this.
Set off and begin this
Take
whole
out
thing.
the legend. Take out the legend completely. Is it haunted or not? Because that's the question.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, that's what
I don't know. I just feel like that puts a little doubt in my mind. That's all.
Well, I mean,
without that,
the story,
yes.
the fact of whether you think the story is real or not, I understand why you would be skeptical on that. Mm-hmm. But that's what I'm saying. Like, we have to, when we do this at the end, we have to take out what we think might be real about the story, and just is the location real? Is the location actually haunted?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I knew I had to break that down for you because I could see you smoking over there, and you were like, I don't know.
What about you? What do you think?
I actually think this one's real.
Ooh.
But I've been thinking about this a lot all week since we've been doing our research for this. I don't think Sally's real.
Okay.
I think the house is named after somebody that something never happened to. Mm-hmm. I think somebody had this idea in their head of this little girl, and they painted a picture of her, and it breathed life into this false image that somebody was trying to sell an idea on. Mm-hmm. I don't. I think, I forget what it's called, but there's actually like a term for this kind of thing. And it's basically like somebody made this up, and so many people going in there thinking of this one thing has breathed life into it. It has created it out of thin air. So I think that's what's going on. I think there could possibly be something malevolent there that is feeding off of the people coming in asking for Sally, and has basically taken the form of Sally.
Right.
Because
being like, oh, I'm going to show you what I got,
because that's
I'll do it the way you want me to.
Yeah, because that's what people want to see, right?
Yeah.
And that's what I think is happening. I unfortunately do not think that there was ever a little girl named Sally. Mm-hmm. And I could be wrong. Maybe there is some record out there somewhere that nobody has ever seen.
Right.
And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. but just based off of the facts, because this man would have been in jail.
Yeah. No
you know,
shit.
the whole town knew this story. So why was he able to go on and do more things in his life?
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't believe it ever really happened. And I really just don't. I'm sure people back then had affairs and had babies, but it all just seems very weird to me that how did this all either never get known or documented, but it's such a famous story. It just doesn't make any sense. So yes, I believe the house is haunted. I think it's for different reasons.
Okay, fair enough.
And
Actually, an awesome answer.
I just don't know what the reasons are.
Wow.
But that's it. The Sallie House.
We've
done it.
Sallie House.
We have done it. We have gone to the Sallie House. We have gone to Atchison, Kansas, never to return.
Or say the name Atchison again.
Because it's freaking Kansas.
Atchison.
Oh my God! Watch, we're gonna Atchison. Watch, stop making me say it. Watch, now we're gonna end up covering like more places in Kansas. Is there even anything else in Kansas?
I don't know.
Oh God!
Not from what I've heard. I don't think.
I can't think off the top. Wait.
I have a friend from Kansas.
Isn't the Villisca Axe Murder House in Kansas? It might be. I can't remember.
I don't know.
No, it's in Iowa.
Okay.
It's in Iowa. Oh, whatever. Now we're talking about other stuff. We got some good ones coming up though, everybody. We've decided to kind of take the path less traveled, and we're going to be covering some lesser known. I don't even want to say lesser known, just maybe not as talked about places that they're known to be haunted.
Not the super duper big places that everyone goes to. Everyone
exactly.
knows.
We want to learn some stuff doing this too. We don't want to just keep
Yes.
talking about the stuff we know about.
Yes.
We want to talk about, we want to learn about some stuff too. So we'll be doing a little more obscure things.
Obscurity things.
Obscure drama.
So where can they find us if they want to send in some stories or something?
They can hit me up on Twitter.
Okay. On the tweets?
On For the Booze on Twitter. I mean, look, all the sites or all the social media accounts we give you, if you got a story or something, you don't have to email them if you don't want to. You can DM us on these things.
Yeah.
You can hit us up. You can come into the Paranormal Oddities space on Wednesday and tell your story yourself while we're all talking, and tell it to a whole group of people before it ever even hits the podcast.
Yeah, we can record it from the Twitter Spaces.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, hit us up on Twitter at For the Booze, and if you have a paranormal investigative team or a story that you'd like to record and send in, or one that you'd like to write out, or have a suggestion of a location, email us at forthebooze12@gmail.com.
Or find us on Facebook at For the Booze, and on Instagram at ForTheBooze_podcast.
Absolutely. Yes. Don't forget to check us out on Good Pods and 5-star us. I want to get these. I want to get it up there. I want to get our name out there, so maybe they'll push us up the charts.
Well, thanks for listening, everybody, and we will see you all next time.
See you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.